The story begins in 1945 at the wedding of Connie Corleone, the daughter of Vito Corleone, the head of the powerful Corleone crime family. Vito, known as the Godfather, listens to requests in his study while the wedding takes place outside. An undertaker, Bonacera, seeks revenge on men who assaulted his daughter. Vito tells him that justice will be served, but he must show respect first. Meanwhile, Vito's youngest son, Michael Corleone, a decorated World War II hero, arrives with his girlfriend, Kay Adams. Unlike his brothers Sonny, Frito, and Tom Hagen, Michael has stayed out of the family business. He tells Kay about the family's criminal activities but insists he is different. As the wedding continues, the powerful singer Johnny Fontaine begs Vito for help in securing a movie role. Vito instructs Tom Hagen, the family consigliere, to travel to Hollywood and persuade the producer, Jack Woltz, to cast Fontaine. When Woltz refuses, he wakes up to find the severed head of his prized horse in his bed, a warning from the Corleone family. The message is clear. The Godfather's influence reaches everywhere. Later, Virgil the Turk Sollozzo, a heroin dealer, approaches Vito, seeking the family's political protection for his drug operation. Vito declines, believing that drugs are too risky and will cost the family their political allies. Sonny, Vito's eldest son, shows interest, which Sollozzo notices. Shortly after, Vito is ambushed and shot multiple times in an assassination attempt orchestrated by Sollozzo with the backing of a rival family, the Tartaglias. With Vito critically wounded, Tom Hagen is kidnapped and pressured to make Sonny accept the drug deal. However, Sonny, now acting head of the family, refuses and has his men guard the hospital where Vito is recovering. Michael visits the hospital and realizes that his father is unprotected. He quickly moves Vito's hospital bed and stands guard with a frightened baker, Enzo, to create the illusion of protection. The plan works, and the attackers leave. When police captain Mark McCluskey arrives, he assaults Michael for interfering. This act enrages Michael and pulls him deeper into the family business. At a meeting, Michael suggests killing both Sollozzo and McCluskey, despite the risk of killing a police officer. Sonny hesitates, but Michael insists, arguing that McCluskey is corrupt. A meeting is arranged at an Italian restaurant. Clemenza, a family enforcer, plants a gun in the restroom for Michael. During dinner, Michael retrieves the gun and shoots Sollozzo and McCluskey in the head, before fleeing to Sicily to escape retaliation. With Michael gone, Sonny takes control, launching violent attacks on rival families. When Connie's husband, Carlo, abuses her, Sonny rushes out in a rage but is ambushed and brutally gunned down at a toll booth in a setup orchestrated by the Barzini family. Vito, devastated by Sonny's death, calls for peace. Meanwhile, Michael enjoys a quiet life in Sicily, marrying a local woman, Apollonia. However, his peace is short-lived. A car bomb intended for him kills Apollonia instead. Back in New York, Vito brokers a truce with the other families, ending the war. Michael returns home, now prepared to assume his role in the family business. He reconnects with Kay and eventually marries her. Vito begins mentoring Michael, preparing him for leadership. He reveals that Barzini, not the Tartaglias, was behind the attack on the family. Vito dies of a heart attack while playing with his grandson. At his funeral, Tessio, a trusted capo, betrays the family by setting up a meeting with Barzini, expecting to kill Michael. However, Michael, already aware, orders Tessio's execution. After Vito's death, Michael assumes control and enacts a brutal plan. On the day of Connie's baby's baptism, Michael becomes the Godfather while simultaneously orchestrating the assassination of the family's enemies. Barzini, Tartaglia, and their allies are executed in a well-coordinated strike. With the enemies eliminated, Michael consolidates power. Connie, grieving Carlo's role in Sonny's death, confronts Michael. Kay asks Michael if he was involved, and he coldly denies it. As Kay leaves, Michael's capos address him as Don Corleone, closing the door on her and signaling that Michael has fully embraced his father's legacy.